Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, man, I want to talk about an article I saw on ESPN this morning from Ramona Shelburne, another, analyst from the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN. People who don't know a damn thing about the sports that they cover continue to write these articles that make no sense. And I saw this article from her on ESPN this morning, and the title of the article was this, guys: what's behind this stifling, confusing, LeBron James-led Lakers defense? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correct. Ramona Shelburne actually took the time to write an article talking about how LeBron James is the leader of the Lakers defense, the stifling, confusing defense of the Lakers. LeBron James is the leader of that defense, man. The Los Angeles LeBron James-led defense, guys. We're going to talk about this video because I didn't know that LeBron James actually playing defense out there. But according to Ramona Shelburne, LeBron James has been playing some great defense out there. He's been leading the Lakers defense that's stifling and confusing teams. I don't see that, but this is what she's writing an article because this is what they continue to do. Guys like David McNamara and the Brian Windhorst, the Ramona Shelburnes, these people write these articles. We're going to talk about in this video, guys. LeBron James is the quarterback, according to J.J. Redick, of the Lakers defense, man. And we're going to talk about what Ramona Shelburne talked about in this article. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, you know I'm truly, truly humbled. It really means a lot. Shout out to everybody that came through the live stream yesterday. Thank you very much to all the true supporters, man. Like I said, guys, it's really humbling, man, when you guys come through and you leave all the comments that you guys leave. And like I said, the chat was just great, man. Thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about this article that I saw this morning on ESPN, on their, ESPN.com, I guess, or whatever it is, on the website. And it was by Ramona Shelburne. Now, once again, man, I don't know Ramona Shelburne personally, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Ramona Shelburne. I don't wish harm on her. But I don't respect her. I don't respect a lot of these people. The key word here is respect. I don't respect these people. I don't respect their, acumen, their basketball knowledge, their historical perspective. I don't respect this stuff because they never show it. They never give it. They never give us that kind of, evidence to say, hey, listen, man, this lady knows what she's talking about. And listen, I'm sure that she, knows a little bit about basketball. I get that. Knowing about basketball or how to play basketball or how basketball works is not the same as understanding and respecting the history of basketball, right? So you can't give perspective. That's why I always tell you, these people don't give you any perspective historically. They can't give you historic context. When I watch guys growing up, when I listen to broadcasters and you would, look at the reporters from ESPN, more often than not, they gave you some sort of historical perspective or context. That's how I'm always telling you guys, that's how they respected the all-time greats from the past, because they always put their names out there for the historical perspective and the context. Now they don't do this kind of stuff. So now they just write articles based off emotions, based off of feelings, but not based off of the actual reality or the facts. So you're going to write an article, Ramona Shelburne, and in this article, they're talking about how LeBron James is the quarterback of the Los Angeles Lakers defense, guys. Think about that. This is what J.J. Redick was talking about in this article that she was writing. Oh, yeah, LeBron James has been the quarterback of our defense. J.J. Redick said, quarterback of defense, his voice and his IQ are the most important thing. So once again, here we go, excusing LeBron James' lack of effort on the court, right? Running around and, playing help defense, rotating, all these kinds of things. J.J. Redick will excuse that lack of effort by saying it's his voice and his IQ on the court. And me and AOH and others, we've laughed about this in the past. When you see LeBron James out there on the sideline doing all these weird hand signals and telling guys to go here. Once again, it's do as I say, not as I do. And J.J. Redick admits that. They expose LeBron James so many times, so often, because they're propping him up through lies and narratives. So it's hard for you to really, like I said, prop him up through the facts And you guys sound ridiculous. You're contradicting yourself all of the time. And you're exposing him. When J.J. Redick says he's the quarterback of our defense, his voice and his IQ are the key for us. What you're saying is he doesn't do anything on the court but talk. That's why he's there, to just talk on defense, to have a high IQ. So once again, J.J. Redick said in this article, they quoted J.J. Redick, he was talking about a certain play in one of the games. And he was like, yeah, man, Austin Reeves made a rotation and, it was the wrong rotation. And immediately you had LeBron, yelling at him, get out of there, blah, 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 blah. That's what's important for us. LeBron James getting everybody in the right positions. This is what J.J. Redick is saying in the article. This is insane. So LeBron James telling people where to go on defense is the key to your defense? LeBron James, high IQ, knowing what other people are supposed to be doing, but not what he's supposed to be doing? This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what J.J. Redick is saying, and I have no clue what Ramona Shelburne is talking about, making a video, an article titled the way she titled it. You literally wrote, what's behind this stifling and confusing LeBron James-led Laker defense? LeBron James hasn't led a defense probably ever. I can't remember LeBron James being the actual leader of a defense. If you want to tell me he was the leader of the defense his first day in Cleveland, I don't think so. If you want to tell me he was a leader on defense in Miami, once again, I don't think so. When we think about the first day in Cleveland, to me, the guys who were the leaders on defense, the main guys on defense, were the guys doing the dirty work, right? The guys like Drew Gooden, the Jonas Ilgauskas, the Anderson Varejãos, right? These were the guys doing the dirty work for LeBron James. Delonte West was a guy who guarded the point guards on the other teams, right? You had other guys stepping up. Larry Hughes. These are the guys that were supposed to be the defenders, the guys who were giving the effort on the defensive end, right? You think about the second stint in Cleveland, right? LeBron James had guys like Tristan Thompson there to play defense and do all the dirty work. The Iman Shumpers, the J.R. Smiths. Remember, they brought J.R. Smith in, not necessarily to be a high flyer or a scorer or anything like that. They brought him in to be a three-point shooter, a guy who could knock down the shots, right? He was a streaky shooter. But they also brought him in to be more of a defender, to focus more on the defensive end. That's what they wanted from a J.R. Smith, who was never known for being a defender. But when he was on Cleveland, that's what his role was to do. He was playing a role. And he played that role good. So did a guy like Iman Shumpert. They also brought in guys like Richard Jefferson to play defense. Remember, I always laugh about this. LeBron James had Richard Jefferson at 36 years old in the 2017 NBA Finals guarding Kevin Durant at his peak. 36-year-old Richard Jefferson. He had him guarding him. Like, this is what we were talking about. LeBron James was ducking the smoke. So when does LeBron James ever led a defense before? I don't understand this. But now, in his 22nd season, the man has made an all-defensive team in over 10 years. The man's walked on defense more often than we've seen anyone else walk. He stands around on defense more often than we've seen anyone else stand. But now, that same person, Ramona Shelburne, will tell you is leading a defense. A confusing and stifling Lakers defense. What the hell is she talking about? The Lakers defense, they're ranked 15th in defense this year. So what? I'm confused when you talk about LeBron James is leading a stifling, confusing defense. Confusing to who? It must be confusing to LeBron James and his teammates because they're 15th. They're literally right dead middle, in the middle of defense. That's not good. That's mediocre. That's what this is, mediocrity once again from LeBron James' team. But Ramona Shelburne will tell you, hey, man, the defense has been great over the last couple of months of the season. That's what they were trying to focus on in this article. Oh, since they made the trade for Anthony Davis, the Lakers all of a sudden, they went on a run and they were playing defense. Who are they playing against? And in this article, they keep talking about this win over the New York Knicks. Like, I'm impressed with them Lakers beating the New York Knicks. And they're like, oh, man, they were stifling Jalen Brunson. And they held Karl Anthony Towns to 17 points. You didn't hold Karl Anthony Towns or Jalen Brunson and damn thing. They are streaky scores. That's how these guys score. That's why the Knicks are going to go nowhere. They're not going to go anywhere with your best player being Jalen Brunson. You ain't going to damn place, man. And I like Jalen Brunson, man. Great for him. But you ain't going nowhere with him as your number one guy. He ain't a number one dude. He's not. He's too streaky. He needs too many shots to score. You know, sometimes they'll say, I've heard people say this, Michael Jordan was a volume scorer. And I don't agree with that. Michael Jordan was not a volume scorer. A volume scorer to me is someone that needs to take a lot of shots to score their points. Michael Jordan didn't need to do that. So when you compare him to a volume shooter, score like a Jalen Brunson, for example, or an Allen Iverson, for example. To me, these are volume scores, right? Even someone like a Carmelo Anthony, to me, was a volume score. Right, some of these guys, they need to put up a lot of shots to score their points more often than not. Yeah, there's going to be games where these guys are efficient and they're knocking the jumpers down, they score some points. We get that. These guys are great scorers. But we're talking about the consistency and the volume that you need more often than not to put your points up. To me, Jalen Brunson is one of those guys. And to me, Karl-Anthony Towns, he ain't no number one dude. He ain't no one like that. So I'm confused in this article. They keep pumping up the win over the New York Knicks after they traded Anthony Davis as that's some kind of benchmark win. Oh, they shut down and they held Jalen Brunson to 17 points. Whatever the hell they held him to that game. And they're promoting this like we're the Knicks. The Knicks are one of the most inconsistent teams in the league. And that's the crazy thing about the Knicks. The Knicks, they finished third or fourth in the Eastern Conference, even though they've been inconsistent as hell. Even though they played down to their competition. I'm not impressed with New York Knicks. And I said I'm a Knicks fan, man. I don't believe in the Knicks. That's why I've refused to do videos. I've told you guys on the Knicks. Not a believer in the Knicks at all, man. Once again, they have some quality players. I like a lot of the guys on the team, but they don't got no number one dude. They're really not going to go anywhere with Jalen Brunson. You're not. It's just the facts. They ain't knock on him. But anyway, they're promoting this win against the New York Knicks in this article, and they're talking about how that was like the beginning of a turn for the Lakers. And yes, we remember the Lakers had a nice little win streak going there. I think they won like, 7-8 games in a row. But once again, who did they beat? They didn't beat anybody during that streak. They didn't beat anyone, man. They beat some teams that were decent, but there were no great teams this year in the league. The only great teams you could point to, maybe the Oklahoma City Thunder, maybe the Boston Celtics, maybe the Cleveland, maybe. To me, they're not great. Or historically great. They might have been great this season. But where's the consistency from these great teams, right? Like, I want to see great teams be great for consecutive amount of years. I don't want to see teams one year they look really good, then the next year they kind of fall off. That's what we get now. A lot of inconsistency. Even this season, a lot of the teams that we thought were going to be really good, they were not really good. They were okay. And that's the problem right now. The NBA is taking a step backwards. It's regressed. But the Lakers had a little win streak there. Who cares? It don't mean nothing. Once again, they're going to try to contribute that to LeBron James leading the Lakers defense through his voice and his IQ. That doesn't make any sense. How many times have we seen video? We've seen the video. Just this season of LeBron James standing around defense, LeBron James walking back across half court, LeBron James not even getting across half court. But Ramona Shelburne will say that he's leading that same defense. It's him leading the defense. It's not Dorian Finney-Smith. It's not Gabe Vincent, right? It's none of these other guys. It's not Rui Hachimura out there, right? None of these guys. It's not Jared Vanderbilt. None of these other guys that have been playing on the Lakers this season at any given moment. None of those guys contribute to the defense that's actually being played. None of those guys are hustling. It's LeBron James. His voice is the reason why the Lakers became good on defense all of a sudden. That sounds ridiculous. His voice. So once again, he's telling everybody else what to do. Meanwhile, he ain't doing a damn thing out there. Remember, LeBron James loves to guard the least, active player. So what do you know from LeBron James a lot? He don't guard his player or guard the guy he's supposed to be matched up with. That's why they got LeBron James playing power forward and center now to try to hide him on defense because he ain't doing a damn thing. You think LeBron James is going to go out there and compete against the elite small forwards in the NBA right now, the young guys? Is he going to go out there and battle against them dudes? He's not going to do that. He's not going to battle like Michael Jordan was battling when he came back at 39, 40 years old, right, playing the small forward position, right? He didn't play shooting guard. He came back, played the small forward position, Michael Jordan, and he went toe-to-toe with the Kobe Bryants, the Tracy McGrady's, the Paul Pierces, the Ray Allens, the Vince Carters. He went toe-to-toe with them dudes, right, guarding them, not ducking the smoke. He went out there and gave the effort. Ron Artest, right, some of these other guys that were playing in the NBA at that time. Meanwhile, LeBron James ain't guarding none of the elite wing guys. He ain't guarding none of them dudes. He's avoiding these guys. He's standing in the paint. He's guarding guys in the corner who are standing in the corner. He ain't doing nothing on defense, but that guy, his voice and IQ is leading the Lakers defense. That's 15th ranked in the NBA. Where is he leading the Ramona Shelburne to a 15th place ranking? That's not impressive. Where's LeBron James leading a great defense? He's not. He's not leading a great defense. Michael Jordan actually led a great defense, right? He was actually the leader of a great defense at certain points of his career. LeBron James ain't never been that dude. We talk about Miami and his defensive abilities in Miami, his defensive presence or impact in Miami. It was only like that because you had guys like Dwayne Wade there and the Birdman Andersons and the Udonis Haslems and the Shane Battiers, right? You had them playing the defense like that. They were the ones doing the dirty work. They were the ones giving the effort like that consistently. And once again, you're trying to give LeBron James credit for playing defense on a stacked super team. No one's impressed with this stuff, man. Like I said, LeBron James hasn't made an all-defensive team in over 10 years. But Ramona Shelburne's going to sit there and say that he's leading the defense? Anthony Davis literally was carrying LeBron James on the defensive end all season long, guys, before that trade. All season long, LeBron James is lollygagging. So like I told you, we're supposed to be impressed with LeBron James taking a back seat, relaxing for the first 3 months of the season. And then all of a sudden, he wants to have some energy and exert some effort because you've been resting all season long. That's why I laugh when they talk about LeBron James. We have a chase down block in the game, and they want to celebrate it. And then they'll say, oh, LeBron James at 40 years old can still do that. I say these people, LeBron James been standing around defense all game long, and then he exerts himself for a minute, and then you want to praise him for that? How come you won't say, how come LeBron James standing in the corner for the first 20 minutes of the game? You guys want to announce that, though, but you're impressed with him chase down blocking somebody who's 4 inches shorter than him when he's been standing on defense all game long and resting. Not impressed. So in this article, they keep talking about, and I wrote down something here that J.J. Redick said. He said the Lakers have struggled. Oh, excuse me, Ramona Shelburne wrote in the article. The Lakers have struggled without LeBron James on the court. She literally wrote that. The Lakers have struggled when LeBron James is not on the court. She really wrote that in the article. There's no evidence to support that statement. The Lakers have won games without LeBron James, right? They've won without LeBron James, right? They were above 500 without LeBron James. He missed 12 games this season, LeBron James. After he said he planned on playing all 82, he missed 12 games. And the Lakers won a lot of those games without LeBron James there. But she's saying that, you know, when LeBron James is not on the court, they struggle. And she's talking about on the defensive end, they struggle without LeBron James on the court defensively. No, they don't. It's the complete opposite. They're actually better without LeBron James on the court. They're more effective as a team without LeBron James. I mean, it's so obvious, you would think. We've seen the video footage. Once again, shout out to my man, AOH. Shout out to Uncut Hoops, the people who be breaking down this film and giving you the facts. LeBron James is not effective on the defensive end. He's standing around. He's a liability on the defensive end, on the court. When he's not on the court, the Lakers are more cohesive, right? Their defense is more consistent. They're better. But she's telling you they're better with LeBron because of some stretch that they went on during a certain part of the season. They won some games in a row. That makes means that LeBron James is leading the defense? That's insane, man. Look at the Lakers' road record. Look at their road record, guys. Of all the teams that were in the play-in, 1 through 10, the Lakers had the least amount of wins than any other team other than the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks were the only team that didn't have more road wins than the Lakers. Every other team has at least 20 wins on the road. The Lakers are 19 and 22 on the road, guys. 19 and 22. They didn't even get 20 wins. Every other team has a above 500 record, I believe, except for the lost LA Clippers. I think they're 20 and 21 on the road or something like that, or whatever it was. Every other team is above 500 on the road except for the Lakers. They're the third seed and have a below 500 record, guys. They're not that good. They can't win on the road like that. And a lot of their wins have come against crap teams. Crap teams, guys. The Utah Jazz, the Sacramento Kings, the San Antonio Spurs. These are the Portland Trail Blazers. That's where a good handful of their wins came from those games. The Washington Wizards. I mean, give me a break here, man. The Philadelphia Sixers. These are the teams that they're beating. I'm not impressed with these teams that they beat. These are laughing stocks, a lot of these teams, man. It's embarrassing. The New Orleans Pelicans. These are where most of their wins come from. But Ramona Shelburne, I'm going to tell you that LeBron James leading this defense, man. Don't make no sense. The Lakers are not one of the top defensive teams. They haven't been. The only time the Lakers were a top defensive team was a bubble year in 2020. And why was that, guys? Because of guys like Anthony Davis, guys like Rajon Rondo, guys like Dwight Howard. These guys were on that team. They were playing defense. Not LeBron James. But he'll get credit for that. The man ain't played a lick of defense in over 10 seasons. So Ramona Shelburne once again exposed herself as just being another LeBron James media member, not giving you the facts, just giving you a bunch of weird emotional narratives and statements talking about LeBron James-led defense. You got J.J. Redick talking about he's a quarterback of the defense. He's the quarterback out there. He gets everybody in the right positions. So once again, you're exposing LeBron James. He has to get everybody in the right position, but he don't have himself in the right positions. That doesn't make any sense. Listen, how many times you've seen video of LeBron James standing like this on defense? He's literally standing like this. His man makes a bad cut. LeBron James don't even see the man. His man scores, and then you see LeBron James do this to his teammates. He's looking at Austin Reeves. He's looking at Hashimura. He's looking at Anthony Davis. He's looking at someone. But Ramon Shelburne's going to tell you he's leading that defense. He's the leader of the defense. And J.J. Redick's going to say he's the quarterback. He's out there having everybody on the right page. He's got everybody in the right positions. He don't even have himself in the right position. But he's the quarterback with a high IQ. Once again, more narratives for LeBron James now. The quarterback of the defense. These are the things they do for LeBron James. LeBron James will be playing zone while everyone else is playing man. LeBron James guarding area on the court, but J.J. Redick will tell you that's his position. He's the quarterback. He's supposed to stand in the middle of the court and play an area while everyone else is playing man. He's not supposed to slide his feet and make rotations. He's not supposed to try to stay in front of his man. He's not supposed to try and box out. He's not supposed to get across half court and hustle back on D. He's supposed to do none of that stuff because he's just supposed to talk and he's in a high IQ. That's what makes him a great defender and makes the Lakers have a great defense that's ranked 15th. Oh, but they'll tell you, since January 30th, the Lakers, they'll say some nonsense like that. You guys know, these are the facts, man. The Lakers are not a good defensive team. The Lakers have been inconsistent on defense because they're playing 5-on-4 a lot of times, right? Last year, they were the worst transition defense in the league. I don't know what they are this year, but last year, they were the worst transition defense in the league. And why was that? Was that because of everyone else? No, it's because of LeBron James. But Ramona Shelburne won't make an article about that last year, did she? No, I don't see any articles from her last year exposing LeBron James' lack of transition D. Nope. They won't talk about LeBron James not playing all 82 games after he said he would. They won't talk about this stuff, right? They won't talk about LeBron James walking off the court. They won't talk about LeBron James still averaging almost 4 turnovers a game. Man, I mean, it's insane. You guys know that these are the facts, man. LeBron James leading the Lakers defense, according to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne and her expertise. These people expose themselves heavily. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.